I actually don't remember the first YouTube video I ever watched, but that just made me realize the sheer amount of YouTube videos that I must have consumed over the years. Thanks to YouTube, I have had access to information, people, and places that without YouTube would have taken me years to gain. Just last week alone, I saw guys browsing YouTube while I was at the gym. Now, of course, they were probably looking at a workout, but then I stumbled across someone watching YouTube in a cafe and even in a bookstore. It just no longer shocks me to think that it has become so many people's go-to source for their information, but me included. YouTube is like the one-stop shop whenever I'm looking to learn a new skill or fix an appliance, and rightfully so, because what other platform allows you to gain in-depth information on a topic that you are heavily invested and interested in? On what other platform can you get first-hand tips from experts on a silver platter? Well, none. But then it hit me. There are always two sides to a coin. So what's the other side of YouTube that none of us wants to see? Imagine this. You're on YouTube trying to find some information on a topic. You type in your search bar and you hit the search key. A ton of videos flood onto your screen all at once. And each one claims to have an explanation on what you're looking for. Sounds great, doesn't it? Well, not always. You see, YouTube is all about giving everyone a voice. It's interesting, but it also means that now you get bombarded with different opinions, some spot on, others not so much. So you ask a simple question, and the amount of information that you receive back is so overwhelming. And then you start feeling like you're missing out on something big. You ask yourself, like, why don't I know this already? Everyone else seems to. It's like being in a race to just catch up on this knowledge marathon, and it's just not a comfortable feeling at all. Look, don't get me wrong. Learning new stuff is cool, but it's a bottomless pit. You need to get this. And yeah, keep that curiosity alive, but you need to be mindful. You see, the YouTube rabbit hole can be quite deep, and you might find yourself wondering how you ended up so far down without even realizing it. This is way bigger than you realize, as it's not just about the flood of information, it's also the subtle shifts and effects that it has on your mindset that happen without you even realizing. Firstly, let's talk about dependency. You see, just by that one experience that left you feeling uninformed, you now unconsciously feel like you don't know enough about any other topic. And so these YouTube gurus have become that all-knowing, reliable source that you can trust to know all the answers to your problems. You reinforce it to your brain again and again that you don't know enough and that you're not capable enough to deal with your issues. You might think that, you lack the in-depth knowledge that is provided on YouTube on the topic, and that you need the external validation and approval, or even direct guidance by other people. I know like some people do coaching and things like that, and it's very easy to just get caught up in that stuff. And this can be very damaging because it makes you stop thinking for yourself. You no longer consult your gut feeling and your own previous experiences and lessons that you've learned throughout your life. You know, we used to just deal with things on our own, and now we don't know how to deal with our own personal issues, and instead we rely on YouTube to solve it for us. The second major side effect is the feelings of self-deprecation, which is a result of a domino effect. Firstly, you start with the feeling of ignorance, that you don't know much. Soon that leads to feelings of incompetence, that you can't really do much. And finally, it leaves you feeling like you are unable to be the problem solver to your own issues. Now, all of these feelings do not help with how you perceive yourself, nor do they help with your self-confidence and your belief in your own ability. And now really let that sink in. Now, the third YouTube trap is that everyone has an opinion. Even when the people you are listening to are experts, they oftentimes just do not even agree that, like, amongst themselves on a lot of the matters. So this can leave you split in two and undecided on what to believe and what to follow. At the end of the day, they create more questions than give you answers. Something else is overstimulation. You see, overstimulation happens with any social media platform, but YouTube especially. Every time you open the app, you are exposed to such a large amount of information. And of course, every time is different, showing you new videos that will magnetize you personally. Because, I mean, they're going to draw your attention. They have these enticing thumbnails. I mean, it's just such a crazy platform. But just by browsing to choose what to watch next, you are flooded with videos and thumbnails that are specifically curated and created not to just draw your attention, but to make you click. And then once you've clicked, they'll make you watch the entire video until the end. Because at the end of the day, that's what the platform pushes. The platform pushes videos that make you stay on it for the longest time. It doesn't matter how strong you think you are. We have all fallen prey to this. A lot of times we end up watching a series of videos that we didn't even initially intend to watch, leaving the platform with this wrong sense of satisfaction, like, yes, I have learned or watched something interesting, but this is not what I even came to see. And so that initial burning topic question is still left open and unanswered. YouTube is literally modern media. It's specifically designed to create engagement, which means to keep you coming back again and again. The people working at YouTube are not happy with you watching only 1 or 2 videos a day. They want you to consume as much as possible on an everyday basis. Because, well, more watch time equates to more opportunities to force you to watch ads, or you have to pay for that premium service that we all know isn't cheap. But think about it. Isn't that the reason why YouTubers get paid so much by YouTube itself? Now, I'm not saying this to, demonize YouTube though, because at the end of the day, YouTube is a very necessary tool, especially for people who don't have the means to get the information they need any other way. But what I am trying to do is make you aware of it. And yeah, you might think, oh, okay, just being aware of it doesn't change anything. But it changes everything. Because now you know that the next time you go to YouTube, you can expect that all of these strategies and techniques are going to be used on you. You see, when you know that you are being manipulated, the game is over. It's no longer just a foolish, innocent act. When you know that you are being manipulated, you instantly get the instinct to rebel. And then you'll have the moment to reflect and realize, is this really what I want to do? Is this why I came here in the first place? If it's not, then the platform is using its tactics to steer you in the direction that it wants, and by mindlessly allowing it to do so, you no longer use YouTube, but YouTube uses you.